What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Social Club, where everyone has a voice, and welcome to the Social Club football event. 31 days, 31 videos. All August long, we're bringing you daily football content, from the NFL to college football and everything in between. Expect videos on Heisman frontrunners, NFL MVPs, bold predictions, hot takes, and more as we gear up for the new season. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a day of football content. We're building more than just content. We're building a community. So make sure to comment your thoughts below every video and let your voice be heard. Other than that, go ahead and pull up a chair, grab a plate, and let's talk football.
I actually think I'm between two divisions. Ironically enough, both of our teams are in these divisions, and you kind of just mentioned them as well. The NFC North and the AFC West, I think, are the two best divisions. The AFC North definitely has a case to be in that same conversation as well, depending on how the Steelers pan out this year and if the Bengals don't get off to a slow start like they're used to. I'll start with AFC West, and you can kind of talk a little bit about the NFC North too. But like you said, three teams, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, made the playoffs last year. Let's start by talking about the team that didn't, the Raiders. Obviously, their QB situation last year was pitiful. I think getting Geno obviously helps that case. While I don't think Geno's elite or a top 10 quarterback or anything like that, I think the consistency of his veteran leadership and honestly, he had some pretty good seasons with the Seahawks. I think they improve under center. Obviously, if Ashton Genty is what everyone thinks he's going to be, improvement in the backfield as well. Losing Davante Adams does not help from that sense. I don't think their receiving core is anything to get excited about, but and we're taping this on July 27th. Just got news yesterday that they released Christian Wilkins as well. So that definitely doesn't help the defensive side of the ball. But I do think while their defense wasn't very good, they did have spurts of giving offenses trouble. Obviously, when you have Max Crosby, one of the best defensive players in the league, that definitely helps. Tyree Wilson, who was a rookie last year, I think he might break out a little bit this year as well. But I think just them improving under center and in the backfield is gonna make that offense look a lot better too. So I don't think the Raiders are going to be a pushover like they have in the past. I definitely think they can win 6, 7, maybe 8 wins, which when you're talking about the worst team in the division, that's pretty good. I'll start with the Broncos, who were in third last year. Obviously, Bo Nix surprising a lot of people. I am a notorious Bo Nix hater from college along with the NFL, but he did impress me last year. And obviously the Broncos defense. I mean, their defense was definitely a top 5 defense in the league last year, along with my Chargers as well. I'll save the Chargers for a little bit, but the Chiefs go without saying. It looks like they finally got a franchise left tackle, which they've been waiting for a while since Fisher retired. I think that it's honestly the best combined receiving core that Patrick Mahomes has had. Now, obviously, he doesn't have Tyreek Hill in his prime like he used to, but with Hollywood and Rashid Rice and all of his weapons, I think that they're in a really, really good spot from the offensive side. And no matter who they have on the defensive side, Steve Spagnuolo is gonna get them boys right. So obviously with Chris Jones and Karlaftis and McDuffie, Bolton, all that, I think it's still the Chiefs division. I know every year the sexy pick is the Chargers are going to win the AFC West. They're going to knock the Chiefs out, but until I see that, I just can't believe in that as much as I want to. And then the Chargers, it's Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, smash mouth football. Like, we're still going to get to the playoffs this year, barring significant injuries. So I think we get 3 teams in again this year. Same 3 teams as last year. Now, whether that goes Chiefs, Chargers Broncos or a different combination like it did last year is the real question. But that's why I think the AFC West is if not number one, the number two division in the league.
I would have loved to have said the NFC North, but just with all the interesting things that transpired this offseason, I don't want to throw it on them. If we would have kept the teams exactly as they were last year going into this year, I would have definitely said the NFC North. But you just don't know what JJ McCarthy's going to do. You don't know what Dan's going to do with a new OC and DC. Their team, they still have the most talented team, hands down. But you just don't know what's it going to be with a new offensive and defensive coordinator and their philosophies and how that meshes with the team and how fast they can get together. And the Packers are fine. Packers are the Packers, so I don't have anything against them. I made a whole prediction video about the Bears. We're going to see. I don't want to be wrong again about this team. I'm going to be very frustrated, but I'm hoping the best.
I'm sure it wasn't biased at all.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I had $100 on the line, so cut me some slack. Anyway, getting to my real point, the real division that I think is the best division or hardest division in the NFL this year is hands down the AFC West. Hands down the AFC West. And the reason why I say that is that, number one, going into this year, you're going to have two of the top 5 best defenses in that conference. Because the Chargers was top 5 defense last year, and the Broncos were probably the number 1 defense last year. It's honestly a toss-up between those two, depending on how you want to argue it. And then the Chiefs defense was absolutely actually, you can argue that the Chiefs were in the top 5 as well. So you have 3 of the top 5 best defenses in the NFL. On top of that, you have 2 top 5 QBs from a talent standpoint. Maybe people would hate that with Justin Herbert, but I still think talent-wise, he's a top 5 QB. But you still have 2 QBs in the top 5 that are in that conference. You have a rising star that no one expected out of the Bo Nix to come in there, and he was lights out the back half of the year. Like, he was something amazing, honestly. So hopefully he doesn't hit a sophomore slump. And then you have Geno Smith, who revived his entire career, and now people are looking at him as he could crack top 10 this year, but for sure top 15. He's definitely in the top 15 argument for best QBs in the league. So as great as the defenses are in the AFC West, their offenses are equally as deadly. And that's what makes it so formidable. I mean, just when you have defenses that good, it's going to be a grudge match no matter what's going on. It's going to be low scoring. It's going to be tough no matter how you see it. And then on top of that, you have offenses that against any other defense can light up 28 on the board, 35. But against them in their own division, I mean, it'd be tough. I would love to say that all 4 of the teams make the playoffs, but just the nature of how great these defenses are, I don't think it'd be possible. Probably the Raiders, but one of these teams is going to lose a bunch of divisional games. And so I think 3 teams make it, but on top of that, I mean, you have a situation where 3 teams can win 10 games. And that is impressive, super impressive out of a conference. So I 100% believe the hardest division, I keep saying conference, I definitely believe the hardest division in the NFL is going to be the AFC West.
Yep, no, I completely agree. And all 3 won 10 games last year too, so I think we're going to get a repeat of that. And then there's the other conferences, the NFC South and the NFC West. NFC East is a little bit of a sleeper too if the Cowboys can figure it out. With the Eagles and Commanders being the NFC Championship game last year, now the Cowboys are the Cowboys. They could go 12-5 next year, and I wouldn't be surprised, or they could go 7-9 or 7-10, and I wouldn't be surprised. So we'll see about that. And then the Giants. The Giants are the Giants, but I mean they do have some big names. That front 7 is nasty, and then obviously Malik Neighbors. We'll see how Jackson Dart is. Apparently Dable said that Russ is the starter right now, but we'll see if that changes before the start of the season. We'll see how Tyrone Tracy does in his second year, combined with Scadaboo, and I don't know. They could be a little frisky, fun team. I could see the Giants winning 7-8 games.
You never know when it comes to the Giants and the Cowboys what you're going to get out of those teams. What I would say is Jerry is probably one of the biggest Cowboy haters I've ever seen, just by how he's running that team. Like he's got to have money he's got to be hedging against this team or something like that, an insurance policy or something. But man, he's just, it's funny. They'd be so great if he just got out of the way, but he is such a big problem for that team. I just don't know what to expect from them. Giants are interesting. I just don't think they're there yet. But you're right. I mean, they don't have a bad team. So, they can go on a little run. They can get something going. The reason why I don't really look much into that division in general is because the Eagles are in it. And the Eagles, not only I think it's the most talented team coming back into the NFL this season, might be the most talented team of all time. 100% my pick of who's going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're going back to back with this team. And number 4, their team is so good in division play that I think they're going to run the table on all of them in general. Like, they might split it with the Commanders, but there's nothing in me that thinks the Cowboys are going to beat them. There's nothing in me that thinks the Giants are going to beat them. So
yeah, no, I agree. And
I think
the best part about that division is so 18. I think it's 18 straight years there hasn't been a repeat division winner, and you'd think this is the year that finally stops because of how good the Eagles are. But I don't know, a couple injuries here and there for the Eagles. Maybe the Commanders slip in and continue the trend of a new division leader every single year, which, by the way, is crazy that it's been that long without a repeat division winner.
That is insane. And I'll give them their credit. I mean, they find a way to compete. I don't think this is their year for that, but you never know.